Hey guys, it's Dylan. So before we talk about Cardano, just a moment about what's going on right now. I wake up to $30,000 Bitcoin. My immediate reaction is, all right, let's go buy some more. For the last about 2.5 hours, I have been trying to do so to no avail. As you can see, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, they're all having technical issues. Coinbase Pro has also been down. And from the $30,000 low, Bitcoin is now back up at about 37,000. So that's literally a 20% gain that I missed out on because of centralization. And there are many other problems with centralization, hence the entire purpose of this channel. But what I really want to say here is these are perfect times to reassess your conviction in the crypto markets and to assess what your strategy is going forward. Just so you guys know, for me, I am an accumulator. I have had the light switch go on. I firmly believe in a lot of these bigger projects. So for me, Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum are the three that I am really focused on accumulating, regardless of what the price does in the short term. And I am not here just for the price movements and for the excitement. I am here for the underlying technology and what blockchain can enable in the future going forward. And I have to say, honestly, I think Cardano is officially my favorite project, not just because of financial returns that I see, but because of what they are doing. And I really think over the next 12 to 24 months, all macro factors aside, what Cardano has in its development pipeline is going to be a massive shift in the crypto economic space. And by the end of this video, I think you'll understand why. So to bring you up to speed, native support grants distinct advantages for developers as there is no need to create smart contracts to handle custom token creation or transactions, which ensures significant cost efficiency. Just stick with me for a second. Unlike ERC20 tokens that are based on Ethereum smart contracts, the tracking and accounting of custom tokens on Cardano is supported by the ledger natively. Because native tokens don't require smart contracts to transfer value, users can send, receive, and burn tokens without paying the transaction fees required for a smart contract. So as simple as I can make it, over the next 12 months, as Ethereum still tries to figure things out and as they try their transfer from proof of work to proof of stake, Cardano is going to have a massive competitive advantage. And as more developers figure this out, things are going to be moving. And so Cardano has recently transitioned into its Goguen era update. More on that later, but here's what we need to know for now. Plutus is a purpose-built smart contract language and execution platform using the programming language Haskell. The Goguen era will allow smart contracts to be written in a plethora of programming languages. So once again, to keep things simple, what Cardano is doing right now and this project with its Alonzo update that's going to hit the mainnet here over the next few weeks, this is going to allow many more developers to build directly on the Cardano ecosystem in a very efficient, in a very simple way, and we'll get to it momentarily, but people that have no technical background will also be able to build native tokens on the Cardano blockchain. And according to Charles Hoskinson, Cardano could have had smart contracts years ago, but they wanted to do it right in a way that was accessible and functional in the long term. And I can't stress this point enough, but the way that Hoskinson and the team has been so focused on peer-reviewed papers and scrutinizing every single decision in a very methodical way over the past few years to find the very best long-term solution. They are not at all focused on short-term adoption. They have been building this for years and they've done it in a very responsible fashion. And so what exactly is a native token? It's a feature that enables the transacting of multi-assets on Cardano. Users can transact with ADA and an unlimited number of user-defined or custom tokens natively. Why does this matter? There is no need to create smart contracts to handle custom tokens. This removes a layer of added complexity and potential for manual errors since the ledger handles all token-related functionality. Simply put, the updated Cardano blockchain natively handles all of these tokens instead of on Ethereum where you need smart contracts to carry out these processes, which is slower and requires more fees, and it just adds to the congestion of the network. And yes, this is a problem. 2 hours ago, Binance tweeted ETH and ERC20 withdrawals are temporarily disabled due to network congestion. Let's continue. Some crypto ledgers have built-in support to track ownership and transfer of more than one type of asset. This type of MA support is called native. Cardano's MA functionality is native. And we compare this with if a crypto platform has sufficiently powerful smart contract functionality, it's possible to track assets for which there is no ledger accounting support. This is done with a layer 2 solution built using smart contracts This type of MA support is non-native. That is what Ethereum is doing. And this right here is the meat of this video, bringing ERC20 tokens to Cardano with Cardano's new converter. According to DeFi Pulse, right now, $75 billion is locked up in DeFi contracts. Just 1 year ago, that total was 700 million. So that's a 10x in 1 year. Most of this value is in the form of crypto assets based on the ERC20 token standard. The Alonzo hard fork and Plutus smart contracts Cardano projects are on the way. Once deployed, users of supported Ethereum tokens will be able to bring them over from Ethereum's congested network and take advantage of Cardano's transaction capacity and lower fees while enjoying enhanced security, reduced costs, and interoperability. Some of the use cases for ERC20 tokens: payment unit, transaction units, access to digital services. They can represent physical goods. They can be a reward or an incentive, a right to vote, or an investment mechanism. The ERC20 standard was invented for Ethereum, and as of today, there are over 400,000 contracts based on this token standard. Some examples are the Binance Coin, Tether, Uniswap, and DAI. And as you can see, the gas prices on Ethereum from 2019 have essentially skyrocketed, and there really isn't a clear end in sight, as once again, Ethereum is in the midst of a huge transition of their own, and they definitely have a lot to prove moving over to proof of stake. So Cardano's higher capacity for transaction processing and lower fees when compared directly to Ethereum's high costs and congested traffic, this becomes a simple no-brainer for developers looking to start new projects on a blockchain foundation. Compared with Ethereum's proof-of-work protocol, Ouroboros, which is Cardano's, needs far less energy to process network transactions. It runs using amounts of electricity on the scale of a large house rather than a small country. So once again, what you need to know is in a vacuum and relative to the rest of the blockchains, Cardano's energy efficiency is through the roof. It's incredible. They have been trying to solve this problem for years and they have found a viable solution. So users can now convert Ethereum tokens in just a few clicks, and when moved across, the tokens will be translated into a special native token on Cardano that has the same value and works just like an ERC20 token. And why have so many people use this ERC20 standard? They're digital assets that can be created by anyone, but they are mostly made by organizations and tech-focused companies. ERC20 standardizes the core functionality of each token, meaning that all tokens created with this standard are interoperable with each other, as well as ERC20 is compatible with services like Ether wallets and the MetaMask. And rounding this out, native support grants distinct advantages for developers, as there is no need to create smart contracts to handle custom token creation or transactions. This means that the accounting ledger will track the ownership and transfer of assets instead, removing that extra complexity and potential for manual errors while ensuring significant cost efficiency. And I thought a reply to this question was very helpful. So what does this actually mean? How it will benefit Cardano? More transaction fees on the chain helps fund the treasury, which in turn funds Cardano's improvements for years to come. With this shift to native tokens and a multi-asset ledger for Cardano, which by the way, they have not had to date, tokens and assets will be first-class citizens on Cardano rather than second-class citizens as they are currently on Ethereum. It's a solid infrastructure, the gold standard smart contract language. There's no uncertainty around the Ethereum 2.0 transition, and Cardano has a clear path for assets to pay fees in their own native tokens. And to that point, native tokens behave the same as ADA in most ways. However, ADA is the principal currency of Cardano, and it's the only one which can be used for some special purposes like paying fees. And this is crucial because all of these projects that will definitely eventually migrate to Cardano because of the lower fees and the stronger foundation, it's going to mean more transaction fees taking place with the ADA token, which of course will move the price over time. And there are widely known issues with the ERC20 standard. These tokens have proven vulnerable to a wide range of security issues, most of which are not present for native tokens. As you can see, users in copying code, flow vulnerabilities, unprotected functions, and denial of service via gas price attacks, native tokens do not struggle with any of those problems. So I hope that this video didn't seem rushed, but honestly, I did spend the last 2 to 3 hours trying to buy more crypto. I tried to open an account on Gemini. I couldn't do any of that, and I'm still stuck trying to buy this dip. So I really wanted to spend more time on this particular episode, but I figured hopefully that will be at least somewhat useful for you. Please like this video if you did. Consider subscribing for more crypto content, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.